you weren't so hot, I would have got rid of you a long time ago.
Babe, I can't, don't touch me.
Justin and Hailey Bieber have been through the most because their marriage is always under a microscope. While it hasn't quite been easy for Hailey, and she's been quite open about the struggles to stay married to Justin, what exactly did she reveal? And does anything put their marriage in danger? In November 2021, Hailey and Justin Bieber gave one of their most candid interviews on the In Good Faith with Chelsea's podcast. And for the first time, Hailey really opened up about what it's really like to be married to Justin, especially because of his mental health struggles. In the conversation, Hailey talks about how hard it sometimes gets when they have to deal with Justin's mental struggles, saying, "I remember I called my mom a few different times. One particular time when we were in Brooklyn and I was calling her, I was crying and I was like, I just can't do it. There's no way that I'm going to be able to do this if it's going to be like this forever." Well, she did say that in the end, she decided to stay with Justin, but other than Justin's mental health struggles, Hailey's opened up about a couple of times in the past about how difficult it is to stay married to Justin. Hailey and Justin did an interview with Joe where Hailey said, "The thing is, marriage is very hard. That is the sentence you should lead with. It's really hard." As Hailey explained, when she got married in 2018, she was insanely young and marital life with Justin required some difficult adjustment. Then in the September 2019 interview with Vogue Australia, Hailey was asked about her comments in which she said marriage is really hard. She explained that she had said that when she and Justin were first married, adding the marriage was always going to be hard and requires work. She talked about the obsession with the haters when they were asked to explain how they managed to be a couple when everyone felt like they had a say in their relationships. Hailey said that it was really hard to deal with everything, and then all of the trolling made her feel like less of a woman. Also, in their April 2021 GQ interview, Justin opened up about their marriage, saying the first year of marriage was really tough because there was a lot going back to the trauma stuff. There was just lack of trust. There was all these things that you don't want to admit to the person that you're with because it's scary. You don't want to scare them off by saying, "I'm scared." In the interview, Justin also admitted that the months leading up to his marriage were the worst. He acknowledged that his mental health hit rock bottom and he used drugs to cope. And he got so intense that the security team had to sneak into his room every night while he was on tour just to make sure he still had a pulse. For Hailey, be married to Justin also means that she has to put up with jealous shippers who rarely give her any teeth. So just to mention a few instances when Selena's followers went after Hailey days after saying "I do," Justin was photographed crying uncontrollably while driving around with Hailey. Allegedly, he was on his way to see his pastor to discuss his feelings about Selena Gomez's health. And Selena pointed out that it was a sign that Hailey was not right for him. A source also told Radar Online months after they got married that Justin hired a church pal to help keep them on the right track, which in other words means keeping him away from other women. And although he stayed faithful to source, added that he was still communicating with Selena and that strained his relationship with Hailey. The relationship was also threatened in August 2019 when Hailey posted a photo with Justin and captioned, "He will leave you alone one day and he will go to Selena." And in another instance in December 2020, Selena told people to go after Hailey during a planned Instagram live and asked them to storm her live with comments about how Selena is better as recently as the 2021 Met Gala. According to videos that surfaced on social media, Selena's fans made their presence known by chanting her name at Justin and Hailey as they walked the red carpet. There's also been speculation over the years that Justin and Hailey's marriage is difficult because Justin is usually rude to Hailey. For instance, in July 2021, a video of Justin and Hailey walking through the Wynn Hotel in Las Vegas with security went viral on TikTok, and to some people, it looked like Justin was yelling at Hailey at the top of his voice. In another video that surfaced in January 2020, Justin was walking out of the car and he immediately slammed the door in Hailey's face. Well, you may not have known that Hailey would walk out through the same door, but that's pointed out that Justin didn't even look back to check if Hailey was okay. And in the video, Justin looked really pissed off at Hailey in a different video that also made rounds at the same time. Justin was trying to avoid his fans and the paparazzi by skating away. And according to Ben, it looked like he forgot that he was there with Hailey. In fact, the backlash got worse after Hailey tripped and fell as she tried to escape the paparazzi to get to Justin. And it gets even worse. In another video, Justin was spotted slapping Hailey across the face. And while it looked like they were just joking around, fans weren't happy and they bombarded Justin with comments